So friends, we are going to talk about Article 14 of the Constitution of India today. Article 14 of the Constitution of India is very, very important because it talks about equality before law. The first clause of the article speaks about the state shall not deny equality before law within the state of India, territory of India. Based on what? Based on anything, that is caste, creed, race, sex, place of birth, profession. Nothing can prevent them from providing equality before law, equal opportunity or whatever that is to do with equality within the territory of India. So nothing of any social status, whether you are rich or poor, nothing will prevent you. The state shall not deny. That's a very passive statement, we could call it. Now, the second statement is this: if somebody denies, what will happen? It's not the state that is denying, but some individual is denying. What will the law do? What will the state do? The state shall protect that individuals. So that is the ensurety that the law is giving. So the equal protection of the law by the law. Also, the state will also promote that equality. That is the context of it. Now, what is the real context? Why this particular law was so much important at that moment, and why the drafting committee has to bring it, or Article 14? It is because of the context. Before this, some members of the Constitution drafting committee experienced that inequality, and therefore based on birth, their status, their social economical status, all those things were discriminating the people. So this was the context where the drafting committee has brought this particular law, where the law will dominate, the law will ensure every citizens are protected irrespective of their state, religion, caste, creed, or place of birth, whatever may be. So the state is protecting that individual. That is one context. Another context to this particular law is that the British context. The British context had its own laws. Let's say, for example, Criminal Tribes Act 1871. Criminal tribes. Some tribes were labeled that these tribes were criminals. So the British could do anything with them. That the British were protected because they thought these tribes were always notorious. They labeled these certain tribes as notorious tribes, and they were targeting them. So it was also against this particular law. Also, Permanent Settlement Act 1793, that was promoting some jamindars, and the peasants were targeted. Jamindars could hold the land, and the British were only concerned about the tax. So it was also that sort of discrimination that was practiced. Another important, Madras Presidency Untouchable Act 1924. It was also against this particular act. There are several other acts that were context to this particular bringing of this act. And therefore, this particular article is very, very important, that is protecting every individual from any discrimination, any inequality, that this article is ensuring that everybody is equal under the protection of law, and the state is taking the responsibility to protect every individual and give them that ensurety that everybody is equal. Article 15 of the Constitution of India talks about law that is against discrimination. Article 15 ensures that every citizen of India is protected by the law, be it caste related things or economical, caste, religion, region or race. So nothing could affect anybody. Ensurety of proper protection under the law, And so it is giving several sections under 15, Article 15. There are several sections. And nothing shall prevent the state to make a law in order to protect the people. Nothing shall prevent the state to ensure that there are special provisions are given to the people who are discriminated. Article 16 speaks about equality of opportunity with regard to their employment. The state-related employments, the state is ensuring that everybody will have equal opportunity and against discrimination. So there is, when there are people who are discriminated, who are marginalized, who otherwise do not have equal opportunity, the state makes special laws to promote them, to bring them equal to that status. Thus, this is a very, very important article where people can work in dignity in the state-related works. Let's say civil servants or any state employments. There is a balancing attitude is also made where everybody will have that equal opportunity to have the benefit of the state employment, and there will not be any discrimination on let's say the rich and poor, the class or the caste. But certainly there are some marginalized classes are given little reservation so that they can get better benefit, better lifestyle, so that their lifestyle can improve. That is the purpose of this particular article. Article 17 talks about untouchability as one of the major concerns. It says untouchability in no means can be acceptable. It does not accept untouchability in India. Untouchability, demolition of untouchability or removing of untouchability is not just limited to particular article. It has got a rich cultural background or a context, we could say. Untouchability has been in the limelight for so long time. Because of the Varnashrama Dharma, many people have been practicing this untouchability, and therefore today with this law, untouchability is treated as punishable offense. With the present law, untouchability is a punishable offense, and therefore the state is ensuring every citizen that equality of opportunity. Not only that, equal protection is also ensured in this act, in this section. Article 18 is talking about titles. What are these titles? Abolition of all the titles. The titles were, during the time of British era, there were titles like Maharaj, Maharaj, Sir, Nawab. Likewise, there were so many titles. Now, through this article, these titles are abolished, and everybody is given that free will and feel to consider that they are equals. You may ask, what are the unequals in these titles? It is simply to promote people on the basis of equality, not on their possession, because in that time there were the Nawabs would be they had so many Jamindars and Nawabs and Maharajas. There were people who were working under them. So as a result, they were feeling inferior, and some people were made to feel because of the titles, though they may be, some of them may be economically poor, but they had the titles. So they were always dominating because of the title. They were misusing their power. Its title was equivalent to power. So that unwarranted power, except on academics and military, all these titles were abolished. Therefore, we don't have titles today. Today, we don't call anybody Nawab or Maharaj or great people. So, okay, we respect the people, but certainly we don't have that title dedicated to certain individuals. And except, like we may have today the titles of doctor, or it's an academic title. Padma Vibhushan, all those things, Padma Shri, all those, these are academic related titles. Then Colonel, General, and all those military related titles also are permitted. Another added thing to this is that the state cannot give titles to its own citizens, unwarranted titles. Neither it will give nor it will permit the other states to give titles to our Indian citizens without the consent of the president. So therefore, it is also very important that the state is taking extreme effort or minute effort to protect the equality among all the citizens. No title can make somebody that is great and inferior to somebody. That is consciously avoided or not permitted in this state. So Article 18 speaks up against any titles, unwarranted titles, except academics and military. I suppose I'm able to throw some light on these articles 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. It's talking about equality of opportunity and equality of sections. Thank you. If there are any comments or clarifications, you can always feel free to make a comment and we will make another video and respond to you.